Hello, all. A very good evening to all of you who have already joined us for South Asia Meetup May session. So, for last 2 years, we are doing it monthly, last Saturday on every month. And today, we have an extraordinary environmental educator, conservationist, and an artist who can blend the ideas and come up with a meaningful and intriguing way to connect people. And this emerging trend is called the conservation art. So, before that, I would like to introduce Dr. Arijit Chatterjee in front of you. Very warm welcome to Dr. Arijit Chatterjee, and thank you so much for being here with us. Mm, He is a faculty member in the Department of Environmental Science at Ashutosh College, University of Calcutta, with over 18 years of experience in ecology, wildlife conservation, and evolutionary biology. His PhD research focused on traditional methods of wildlife conservation in villages of West Bengal, exploring human wildlife coexistence and community led conservation practices. Alongside academics, he is passionate about art and science communication. Trained at Kolkata's Academy of Fine Arts, he uses illustrations to simplify ecological concepts and promotes biodiversity conservation. Some of his artistic projects, including Beauty of Nature and Evolutionary Truth, a book, have received international recognition and support, including grants from Particolor, of which is wonderful. I have seen the book. He is also the co-author of the first Bengali field identification manual on common snakes of West Bengal, published by the West Bengal Biodiversity Board and translated Madhav Gadgil's autobiography, Walk Up the Hill, into Bengali. He regularly writes articles and columns for newspapers and online platforms on environmental issues, conservation ethics, and sustainability. Through teaching, research, writing, and art, he aims to connect science with society and inspire environmental responsibility. And today, we are eagerly waiting for Orijit's talk, which will be wonderful. So, with this brief introduction, I am handing over the session to you, Orijit.
Okay. Uh, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Harbaradi, for this nice introduction. Uh, just, uh, just before to begin this presentation, I just want to clarify such things, some things. Okay. The first thing is this. This. Thank you, Sharmani, for inviting me, and thank you for giving me this space to discuss about this some kind of thing that is not actually usually the people talk about, that is the science communication through art, because still it's not very common in everyday's life. So but still, thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk about it and to share my thoughts. So firstly, I just want to make clear one thing, that this lecture is, but this discussion is not actually lecture. This discussion is not about, I'm not here to teach you how to draw or how to uh, create art. I am just here to talk about that how you can think, and how actually I think. I am just sharing my thoughts, and to ignite some kind of uh, idea that already you have, and express those things in your way, not my way. But my role is to just uh, to share with you that this is my idea, and I started after thinking this, so you also can do that. So this is the one thing. I'm not here to give you any kind of art lecture kind of thing. The number two, the second part is in many places where I discussed about this kind of things, they told me that it needs skills. It needs art needs skills. So yeah, not everybody is very it's very comfortable of doing art. So that is a common response that I had already received from different people. But uh, uh, for the my answer is this: actually, to communicate through art, you doesn't be very skillful, but you must have a some kind of aesthetics. So aesthetics is the main thing. So if you have aesthetics, and I believe everybody in this world, the human, the everybody have their own aesthetic sense. And if we can just express whichever skill that we have, uh, whatever the possible ways uh, that we have, and with the just a certain kind of aesthetics, folding with that aesthetics, we can share our art. And uh, if it's not that much, it's not that much skillful, but with the aesthetics you can cover it up. And the second thing is, it's very important. Our main objective of this whole process is not to promote art. It's to promote about, to talk about the conservation. Conservation is the main thing. The conservation, any kind of the wildlife conservation, the environmental conservation, any kind of nature conservation is our prime focus. And different people are taking different ways to talk about this conservation and the recent scenario of this world. I choose, apart from the writing and all, I thought that art can be a very 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 good uh, medium to talk about conservation and to reach about many more people. So for the conservation, we have to reach about the many more people, as many people as possible, to aware the people, as many people as possible, to share our story to other people as much as possible. So to communicate with, for that, it's very easy way to take art or illustration for this kind of communication. So this is the very basic thing that I just want to share with you before I to start this presentation. So oh, just a second. Just a second. Okay. So this is the present state of our planet, and we know that this our planet is actually dying. And here, what our role is to restore and protect it. So, uh, to restore and protect this planet, uh, this art actually can be a very important tool to talk about it. How we can restore this and protect this art, to conserve this art. So that's why, from that point of view, the use of art actually comes. What I have already told, that is, I thought that art can be uh, a good medium for communication. Actually, that's not completely true. That's not true actually, because there are, from the ancient period, art for the wildlife and the conservation and every this kind of the biological systems are using in different parts of the world and in different timeline. This is actually a picture of it's a photo of a cave painting. It's in India, in central India, Madhya Pradesh, called Bhimbetka, and it's around 12,000 years ago. And as we know, if we can just look at the illustrate the drawing part in this right side, it's showing that they are trying to make an elephant, two elephants, and the one human is also in the up of the elephant. So that means, while the people on that time try to draw something, uh, they are also using animals. And this is very common picture. This is a seal that was found during the excavation in the Mohenjo-daro and Harappa civilization, and it's around 4,000 years ago. It's a unicorn seal. It's a very popular, and it also talks about the uh, the animal. And this is not much old. It's around 800 years ago, and it's a sculpture of a Konarka temple in Odisha. And it is showing that a crocodile is hunting a fish. That means crocodile is a still now we know crocodile is still it's found in the West Bengal and rest of the different places of the world. And this wildlife capturing another fish, another biodiversity elements. So people that so what I am actually trying to say, that what I am going to talk to you, it's not very new. It's not that I was invented this. It's not like that, but it was ancient. I'm just trying to use those things in today's thought process, and with the today's equipments. So that's the idea. So from that, it is, we can say that art is actually a medium, as a medium to discuss nature. Why? So why we choose art? Because the major reason behind that is art is actually, it's it's actually breaks the language barrier. So in India, different parts of the different in different parts of people are using different language. And actually, I am being a Bengali, I don't know what is Tamil, and the Telugu people don't know how the Santali is. It's like that. So nobody can communicate. It's not properly communicate with the language they have, but using the art, if a Bengali people draw a tiger, Telugu people or Tamil people, or the beyond our country in Spanish or Argentina, they know this is, without knowing the language, they know it's a tiger. So if I that's how, if I tell a story regarding the tiger, so without saying a word, the other language people, they can understand that. And second one is it breaks the socio-economic barrier. It breaks the socio-economic barrier, and it's showing that I am just doing us with some digital drawing with in a hi-fi some gadgets. And tribal women, they are, she is also creating some art, some wildlife art. It's a peacock and the eggs and all the reproductive system of peacock, using their own kind of colors and own kind of skills. So that it actually shows that the whichever economic background, socio-economic background that you have, it can't stop you from creating art. So that's the another thing. That's why we can use art as a medium of communication. But the most interesting thing, uh, it actually, when we talk something, on something about some any sort of story or any kind of incident, if we express that incident with some artistic form, then the people easily can grasp it. If we just if we want to communicate with some like article, or with some research paper or with some book, so people, the common people who are not very habituated with that, they are not very attracted with those kind of some kind of heavy writings. But if we can communicate the same thing with the art, it it's so lucrative, and it actually attracts mind. So that's why also art become very important, uh, can be a very important tool for communicating conservation. Okay. So this is a very popular book. I don't know how many people already read this. This is a book called Peter Brand Metaverse book, Advice to a Young Scientist. And he actually, in this book, he actually described being a young scientist or young researcher, what that you have to do for your young research life. And I am just borrowing this quote, this line from the Metaverse book, and I just made this presentation to uh, it's about to advise to a young nature artist. And as in some places somebody told me that I'm not so young. People, it's a 30 35 year old, he said that I'm not so young. But it's young is not about what is your age, but it's about what is your mind. So if you are young in your mind, if you are starting it new, then that you are actually young. So that's why I just borrow this quote. And I just want to say that this whole discussion is all about that what you can do, how you can express your thought uh, through art. So the first thing first, that the art, the thing that you want to say, that the thing that you want to express, it's actually a story. Any the thing, it's a story. And if it's not, then there must be a problem. So you have to communicate the thing, the incident, as a kind of a story. And a story is actually built up of three main form. Three main questions are there. That is, what if you think about a murder mystery. So who kills, who done it kind of murder mystery. That's a who kills a certain person. So what detective come, and he wants to try to find out that what is happening, then what has happened, and then he try to find out that what how it happened, and the most important thing, why it happened. So after that, on the basis answering these three questions, he tried to find out that who is the murderer or who is the thief, like that. So any kind of story, if you can break, if you want to break down the story, it actually it's made up of three pillars. That is, what, how, and why. So you have to keep in mind these things while are you trying to communicate. For example, so let me give you an example. That is the it's a bat. And this bat is trying to prey on a moth. And this process is called echolocation. That means uh, the bat just emits some sonar ray, sonar sound, and it hits on the moth. And a certain portion of that sound revert back to the bat, and the bat can calculate the distance. And according to that, in the night, the bat actually kill or the preys on it. So how we can just tell this story with a very minimum kind of uh, minimum kind of expressions. So like this kind of, so if you can draw bat, but if this kind of addition, we can just uh, we can just say that the whole story actually comes. The blue is the bigger size. That means it's a heavy kind of sonar sound is they are emitting, and a very small portion is revert back. So it's the all the things are uh, are actually expressed through this uh, image. So, and there's another one. It's more interesting story. That's a story of. It's the story is about. It's a sexual selection. That is a female green swordtail choose the male green swordtail who have the larger with the tail the the whose tail is large actually. So among these three, the right side, the three two are actually the line drawing, and one is the fine detailed drawing. The middle one, it's showing that the middle one has the large tail. And the female choose the middle one because the other two has a small tail. And how I can just say this kind of idea with a very little touch, just some kind of addition of this kind of thought process, that it shows that it's a sexual selection, a female choosing a male, and the tail size are different among these three, and who has the larger tail size, the female actually select that one. So these are the story, and breaking down the stories as a what, sorry, uh, uh, what is what, and how, and why. So what is that the female choosing the male? How is that on the basis of the tail size, and why, which is not actually expressing through this image because it's an internal thing. That is the from they choose the large tail one because it's a according to the evolutionary theory, the female always choose the those males who have the more genetic fitness, and this large tail shows that this male has the more genetic fitness, and if they mate and if they produce eggs and offsprings, they will become more fit. So this is the entire story. So we have to keep in mind that breaking down the story is very important. So it's as we are actually all think about frogs, we can also have some frog story, the how frog can actually catch the prey. So I am just giving the color, adding the color in the their tongue, because this is actually the main part of this story, that the tongue is attached to the frontal part of the lower jaw of the frog, and they just reversely they just uh, throw it out and just catch the prey, that the flying, mostly this kind of grasshopper like that. So this is the idea of telling a story, and this is the final example that you can say. This, the idea of this drawing is invest in nature. So the basic idea of that, the invest in nature, when we are thought about investing, we have our in our mind that investing means a small piggy bank, and we are just dropping coin within that piggy bank, uh, and after that, after certain time, we'll get more money when we break the piggy bank, or we just open the piggy bank. And the same kind investing in nature, that means planting in this earth actually give us the more that we expect. And this kind of this there is a opening part like a coin where we just drop the coin within the piggy bank. So I just add that thing in this art. So that means investing we are just investing the nature within the art. So this is how to how to tell us the entire story in a very simplified way. Now you can tell us that this idea, how we can develop the idea. So I am just giving you some kind of examples that how to break down an idea. So the idea of this image is you can see that the main crabs is a very popular and edible crab of Sundarbans, and this crab is actually holding the entire ecosystem, the biodiversity, like the plant, birds, marine animals, tigers, and also the humans, those who are living in the Sundarbans. So that's why I just implant those things in their different claws. Okay, so that means if we remove the crab, then actually the entire system, the entire ecosystem will destroy. But as I mentioned earlier, that uh, I'm trying to show that this is how they are in the how they are in the what is the threat they have mostly, and how to show it, the threat, through a picture. So previously I told that this is a image that actually shows that the crab that is the most exported crab of Sundarbans. And most exported means it's distributed throughout the world, and it's exported. It's hunted and catched, hunted and caught uh, in what is it, in just uncontrolled way in the banks of the creeks and canals of the Sundarban area. And due to this uncontrolled hunting of this crab, it for the entire world, for the entire different countries from different background, different ethnic cultures, to export into different parts of the world, it needs actually an uncontrolled hunting. So how to express that thought, that is, I just add some hands with some of the forks and the knife and the shell cutter and the chopsticks, and it shows two things. The one, the color of the hand actually shows that they are from the different parts of the world and different ethnic groups. There are blacks, there are some mulatto, and there are some the white people, and they all have some different kind of food habits, but everybody are eating the same thing, the same crab. So that is actually showing that how over exploitation of crab destroying the entire Sundarban ecosystem. So this is the idea breakdown of the story. I also show you some another illustration of mine. That is, it's a the idea of this story is the biophilia. Biophilia is a concept that means the love for the nature, our love for the nature. Yo Wilson, who coined this term and who said that everybody in this world who are biophilic, mostly they are biophilic because they inherently they have some love for nature. So how to express that? The For the love, I just use the structure of the heart, and the nature I just distributed in two parts, in the underwater part and the terrestrial part. And the when we are talking about the biodiversity or the wildlife, it's very important to talk about, not only to talk about the species or the animals, but also talk about the habitat. That's why I just incorporate different kinds of habitat in this art. There are forests, there are hilltops, there are grasslands, there are the beaches and the desert and the marine and the different parts of marine water, the shore and the deep part, and everything. So you can just look at this, and I just include the different kinds or different groups of or different taxa of species. There are the birds, there are reptiles, there are mammals, there are fishes, there are corals. Everything is there, and it is showing the wholesome idea of the love for the nature. So we are taking the heart. Actually, we are taking the heart in our we are taking the wildlife within our heart. That's the idea of the story. That's the breakdown of the story. The breakdown means that's the heart, that's the one component, and the second component is the different kind of animal, and the third component is the habitat, and incorporate the habitat and the species within the heart. That's how the entire story has built. Okay, so now I'm here for the third part, that is the mixing of nature and illustration. How to mixing nature and illustration like this. This is a nature means this is the fishes, and this is a cardio. Everybody knows that the heartbeat, and the left part where the heart is beating, showing the heart is beating. The story is these are the indigenous fishes, and the right side where the heart is not beating, there's a straight line, that is the exotic or invasive species who are actually just destroying all the entire the indigenous fish species and the habitats. So this is actually the drawing is all about the heartbeat, and the nature or the environment or the wildlife or the biodiversity is the fish. And this is how very simple way it actually you just you can understand that it doesn't need much more skills, okay, to draw these kind of things. The all the reference images are available in internet, uh, and you have to just come up with the idea. This is the indigenous species, and this is the exotic and the invasive species. And this image is the story behind this. It's the the vulnerable condition of vultures in this entire world. This is the idea, and how to express this vulnerability. It's expressed through they're just thus standing in a very thin string. Just they are balancing, just with a some kind of change or some kind of push can destroy this species entirely. So this is how the element is the only the string and adding the nature, that is the vulture over there. We can use some kind of, this is a Vogelkopf birds of paradise, and it's found in the Southeast Asia, and they just have a very uh, beautiful dance. They just do some dance in front of the female species and try to just impress her. So the idea is they are just first they just call. That's why I draw this, and like a comic book, separately I draw a separate kind of stage, a separate stage, and incorporated these two images and try to form the entire try to tell the entire story. That's how they call, how they dance, and how they attract. This is actually shows that this is a blue whale, and for any kind of drawing it's very important to show some reference. It's a blue whale, and while you draw this kind of blue whale in a blank canvas, it actually not shown that how long, how large is this, but how healthy is this. And with the some kind of reference point of, I can use the scale or something like that, but this kind of just reference like scuba diver is actually swimming just behind that. This show the the heaviness or the grandeur of the blue whale. So having some kind of, well required, it's adding some reference point is also very important for doing such this kind of work. I'm not going to this. Now the most interesting part, that's the how to engage the audience. It's very important thing. So I just draw something, and it is the kind of drawing, it's telling the story that I want to I want to tell, but it's not engaging enough. So how to draw in such a way that actually engage the audience. So this is a story that is it's a tribal, and the story is a tribal of Odisha called Bonda tribal, and they have a very important role for conserve biodiversity in that area. They are living in the forest, and their livelihood depends on the forest, and they are also very important for conserving the biodiversity and the wildlife living on that forest where they live. And how I can tell, how I can express that thought that they are keeping the biodiversity within themselves. So I just add this different biodiversity elements of different groups within their head. That means they are, by their head, they are keeping in their head the all the things, uh, and it shows that the that the how they are actually what are their thought about the wildlife. So this is how we can express a certain kind of story to engage the audience, or we can do it in straight away. This is a very common picture of, this is a very common picture of a any any village uh, crop field. It's a paddy, and when paddy grows, this there's a rat soul just beneath the paddy field, and these small white dots. It's a moth. These two are the very, and the crabs. These three are very important, very important paste for the paddy field. They just destroying the a huge amount of paddy in a crop field. And uh, along with that species of pest, there are another different species are also lived within the crop field, like the barn owl and the drongo. They just the insectivorous, they just uh, eat the moths. There's a fox who just hunt the crabs, and the rat snake who hunt the rats, the field rats that lived just beneath the crop field. So it actually shows how biocontrol. The story is the the biocontrolling process of pest control. Nowadays we are actually mostly use different kind of pesticides and fertilizers, mostly pesticides to kill the pest, and we are increasing the dosage of that. But if we can maintain this kind of good wildlife who are good for the habitat and good for the crop field, we can save a huge amount of money for not uh, using pesticides. So we can go it straight away. This is a straight story with different components, and it actually engages the audience. And we can do some fun thing also. So the idea of this image is the nature is everywhere. I actually did a small kind of campaign to do this kind of drawing. The idea is to show them that nature is everywhere. You can find, if you just see in your territory or in your just surroundings, you can find some element, and if you add with that element, it can form any kind of natural species or natural system. So like it's a whale that's in the coat, or this one is a shoe string with in a such a it's just in a such a way that it can give a shape of a wing of uh, a dragonfly. So these are the thing that not directly telling a story, but actually help the broad story is that nature is everywhere, and the idea is to incorporate different kind of illustration with the things that you can find in your surroundings. Now, the using the color, this is also very important. Using the color, why it's so important, I'm just telling you. So this is a logo that I have made, and the logo is about the cognition. That means the cognitions means that the behavior of any species for that that they have that inherently. And I can do it in a black background. That's a cognition, the very very uh what I would say, a very common example that I took, and that is the crow. We know that the story, the crow is dropping the pebbles within the water and waiting to drink that water. But it actually still not on. I just It's not about telling that story. The cognition of not don't want to limit myself within that. So I add some color, these three colors, and these three colors has some meaning. That a dark color means the sky, light blue means the sea, and the green means the vegetation or the forest or the land. So I just want to say that cognition is also everywhere, in the all the species in this world. I can say that they all have different kind of cognitive behavior. With this color, choosing this color, I just level up the idea of that the idea of that simple idea of simple thought process of the cognition. Or this is a very more simple way. It's a drought prone regions. A man is moving towards a forest. So it's a black and white photo, black and white drawing. But if we add some color with that, and it level up the entire scenario, that the it's a yellow and the harsh rocky just cracked land, and it's a more greener world, which everybody should follow this path. So that's how this story is actually uh, generate. The story is trying to say is like that. This kind of thing. And this is using the color in the paper cutting or something, in the or any kind of drawing, how we can use color. So how we can use a contrast of the color, how can you use the green with the black, how this matched. So every color actually has a matching ability. So with a color there's something with the relation with the b color. So when we can just arrange these two colors. This is actually called color palettes in a image, in an image. So this kind of color palette, thinking about this color palette is also very important while you are creating any kind of art. So lastly, I'm just it's a frog, save the frog. Uh, we all know that the saving the frog is very important. And last, finally, I just want to just show one frog which is not found in India. It is known as a very tiny frog known as uh, poison dart frog, found in the Latin America. And most importantly, they have their skin, they secrete a mucus from the skin, and which is so poisonous that the local tribals, they use that poison to kill uh, other large animals. They try hunt with that poison. So this is also a kind of drawing, a simple drawing, but this drawing doesn't have much more uh, break story breakdown, but itself the this kind of uncommon species in India, doing this kind of illustration can aware other people that this kind of species are also resides or live in this earth. Mm. So this is this part that we have already talked about. That is how we can communicate. We are talking about how we can communicate through art, how we can tell a story through art. But it is very also very important to draw something you can saw or you can uh, observe in the nature. That is also very important form of art, and important form of conservation art. And it's also help to communicate with that art. How I'm just explaining you that. So this is uh, uh, just a very quick 5 to 6 minute sketch that in the field, and it shows that a pond with the frog, and how the structure of the pond, what are the different species are there, and with some write-ups, the date, time, the location, and some write-up about that pond. This given a complete idea of that particular pond or particular water body. The idea you can't get it from any kind of picture or any kind of detailed description, and which is also very true, that it's not always possible to write the detailed description during the field. So art, while you do some observation, you can just draw that observation and just write it down, the main things, the major, the very important points, and this gives you the entire scenario, entire situation of that habitat. Or while you want to, this is also a very 2 3 3 4 2 3 minute sketch in the field. The field is the very quick sketch. It's not uh, very clean sketch also, but this kind of sketch is also very important while you are in field. You have to do it very quickly. And when you saw any unknown frog, you uh, just draw its shape, or just mention its color, and where it's any another kind of extensions are there or not, or what is the color of that extension, something like that, the identified features mostly. So while you write it down, that identified features, or while you snap that or take image of that species, it's not always give you the entire idea of that species, but the all the things, the image, and that means the photograph, along with some write up, the drawing gives you, if you can add the drawing over there, and that gives you an entire or the wholesome picture of the particular species that you can identify with the help of your identifying manuals or something, some internet materials or something like that. So that's why field sketch is also very important. So this is same kind of thing for snakes. I'm not giving you. This is my just how a field sketch should be, and I just try to. One thing I just want to say, that while are you taking data from field, try to use the language that you are comfortable with. Not you have to write it in English or in Bengali or in Hindi. Nothing. There's no such things that is compulsory. So just a comfortable, what you are comfortable in, just during the field, just write it down within that language, and later you can translate it. This is also now this is, I just want to tell give you a demo. I'm just stop this. I just want to give you a demo of how to draw, how to you can draw easily, um, to communicate about the, sorry, just a second. Okay, just a second. Where is the, uh, oh, Sharmadidi.
Yes,
Sharmadidi, can you just make me a co-host in this Arijit 2 also? That's why I'm not
uh,
accessing with
yes, Stefan.
you.
I have already made you a co-host project too.
In Arijit 2, this one.
Yes, yes.
There's no sharing options. Sharing option is actually not showing.
Now, can you please check now?
Mm, okay, just a second. Just a second. Oh. Mm, mm, no. recording chat. Where's the no share? Actually, sharing option is not showing in this.
Just a while. I'm
Okay, okay.
check. Can you please check now?
Tools. Hmm. No, just refreshing, just refreshing it. Allow. Actually, I can share with that uh the with the co-host is showing the co-host, but I don't know why it's not showing the sharing option like my laptop. It can be
Is it your phone or
no, it's on tab, iPad actually. No whiteboard.
it's coming?
No, it's actually in the whiteboard. It's not the tab. I'm not. I can't share the tab. Actually. Just a second. No. No, no, just. Hmm. I just actually want to show that it's how to do a simple sketch easily in the field. That's actually I'm trying to do. That's why I'm.
Okay, so can you please just do the stage on the tab and share the tab?
The camera.
Yes,
That I
yes,
can do,
to the camera.
but that will not that effect. Just second. Just trying. Last time I'm trying.
Okay, so the participants, while our speaker is trying to figure out how to show the sketches, do you have any questions or you have any ideas to share with us, like how we can do it, how we can come up with meaningful mm, ideas and art thoughts? Uh, you can share with us. You can unmute yourself and talk to us. And even if you have done it earlier, you can share the photo of the same, or you have anything uh, in your head, you can just share with us. We'll be happy to hear that. Anyone here who can draw well? Not well, but who can draw? Or anyone here has host a school program or school awareness program, or has engaged the participants in doing something, or have a plan to come up with the school program with the students? Am I audible?
Yes, yes. No more.
Okay, so anyone, if you want to share your ideas, please do that. Because during our last 18th annual Save the Frogs Day program at Ashutosh College, I don't know if any one of you was a participant. So, yes, so Arijit's tab is coming.
Hmm. Okay, I'm just trying to. I just the software that just I want to use that. I don't know why it's not working, but I'm just trying to show here also what is the thing. What are the? It's a very simple thing that you can do. So should I go for it, Shabani?
Yes, please, please,
Okay.
please.
So actually, the during the while I started, I told you that everybody told me that it's not very easy way, and everybody is not very skillful artist. So if you, for this kind of drawing, you don't need that much of skill. A very basic things that you can do. For like I just want to tell, I just thought about that the story that I want to tell. That's the frog. Sorry, frog is a bioindicator species. That's the story that I want to tell through a uh, illustration. So what that means, we need a frog. We have to draw a frog, and how to draw easily frog, it's very not very complicated. In this kind of any kind of species that you want to draw, it's not that much complicated. You just don't, you have to be not very accurate with the image, but you just must have some impression or some outline idea of that image. Like for frog, you can draw a square and a circle, and like with that, so this is easily we can draw a frog. This is so not, and after that you can just remove the uh remove the which sorry, which the what are the lines, what are lines that you don't require, like that. So, and this is a frog, and the how frog is bio, sorry, frog is bio indicator. That is my actually whole idea is to show. So how what we can do, we just, frog lives in the forest, so this line is about, it's showing that the water, and water, if water, the lower part, I will showing that it's a polluted part. So how we can pollute it, we can use plastic bottles or plastics over there, or straw. It shows that the it is polluted, or the dead fish, like that. That means this part is polluted, and the upper part I can show. This is a trees are there. I'm just doing in a very very sketchy, easy way to understand that these two parts. So one part showing that the species, that is a healthy part, and other part is not so healthy part. And how we can show this is a bioindicator? If we just draw, I will just making it quickly to understand you. You can make it this the right, the red color, and the upper portion is the green color. So why red and why green? Because we know that the green color always, normally red is a sign of danger, and the green is a sign of your something which is nature or environment or positivity. In this red signal also, the red means stop, green means you can go. So here is also, so that means that this color here, all the things, just a second, just sorry. So from these, we what are the all the things that we have previously discussed, that we can point, we can figure it out here. Number one is the story. That is, the story is the frog is an bioindicator species. Second is the breaking down the story. What is the breaking down? How we can say bioindicator? That means the polluted part is not good for frog, as and the unpolluted part is good for frog. And where frog lives, the frog lives in the water. That's why it's a cow. You can do it in blue also. We can just use this color in blue also. So it shows the water. And there are different kind of elements to show the pollution, and the different kind of elements to show the healthy nature. That is the breaking down the idea, and to attracts to engage people, that the idea is very simple, but the description, or the uh, communication process is a bit unique. It's not the drawing is not, maybe not perfect. It's a very quick sketch, and you also can do this kind of quick sketch with this kind of the making some blocks. Any kind of animal you can draw with some blocks, and after uh, erasing that the unnecessary lines. So this is the things actually, just I want everybody to do, focusing to pointing out that these are the things that actually uh, important while are you doing this kind of illustrations. So all the things, the breaking down the idea, including natural element, including color psychology, all the things are actually applicable in this image. Okay, so I just want to show you. Sharmanidi actually told me to use some video, but I just thought that it's a very uh, it will be very interesting to show you live. So that's why I choose. I'm just trying to uh, uh, this small portion. Okay, so this is just a second. How to chats. Okay. Stop. How to stop this? Okay.
So, Arijit, it's a
Ah,
wonderful idea that you have shared. And
okay.
what I have written in the chat box, it's like I've given my email ID, and the participants who are still watching our session can come up with ideas on the same topic, on the same storyline. Like frog is a bioindicator species. and they can share their sketches or the ideas they are coming up with. They can mail me their ideas and the sketches, and we will post it on our social media platform. Like we can
Sure.
start from the scratch actually. How is
Huh.
that?
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Can you just off this whiteboard, Shravani, from your side? Actually, I don't know how.
Yes, I've done that.
Okay, okay. Huh. So I want to share it. I'm just finishing up. Can you just give me a share option in my Arijit
Yes,
normal?
yes, yes, yes.
Sorry, I'm just getting a little bit
No, no,
out
no,
by.
no, no. It's really a huge thing you have done. I am making a co-host again.
Okay.
Confirm. Probably
And I
will
don't
be
know
able
why
to
the
share.
tab is not working. Okay. Okay. So just I have just few more a very little bit discussion left. So that is actually the demo that I want to give you, that how to actually breaking down the idea, how to use color and all. And this is a very light and very uh, very quick sketches. But this is the same kind of thing that's showing the idea is habitat destruction, how habitat destruction actually, or the how fishing actually uh, affect the shark in the western what is the Arabian Sea. That is the idea of this story, and that's why the same kind of thing I use here. That's the overfishing actually make the killing the population of the shark and make them die. That's why I use the skeleton. It's like that. So it's so that's the idea, that's the thing that I want to share with you. And the most important thing want to I just want to quote on the one of the most greatest film director of this world, that is my Martin Scorsese. And his quote is the quote that he mentioned in one of the academy award or something like that. That's the most personal is the most creative. What actually it means that everybody have a personal story with the nature. Everybody have the personal kind of interaction pattern with the nature. Everybody has the different kind of eyes to see the nature, to observe the nature. And the through art, it doesn't mean that the thing that I have done that I have shown you before, I have done before, you have to just replicate it. It doesn't mean that. You have to come up with the new idea, your observation, your views, your interpretation, with your style. And and it should be why it's yours, because it's yours, what you are thinking, it's very personal to you. And every personal thing is the most unique thing and the most creative thing. So that is the thing, that is the uh, thing that you should follow while you are doing communicate uh, through art. And one thing I want to mention, that is art not always means that you have to illustration is art. So different kind of art form also you can use in South India and other parts of the country, or there are also dance, uh, using dance to communicate about the nature and environment awareness with the people, because that is also another kind of thing. So anything and anything you can do. I'm talking about art means illustration over there, and you can use illustration, you can use different form of art. But you must do something, because the situation of art is not very good right now, and everybody should to take part to save this art by their way. As a student of uh, biology and a teacher of biology and environmental science, we can't avoid Darwin. And you know that nothing makes sense except in the light of evolution. So we have to keep in mind Darwin. Always have to take the idea of Darwin. We have to take the shelter under Darwin. So this journey is all about from drawing to Darwin. Thank you. That's all. You can contact me in this anytime. It's my email ID and phone number, or I'm available in my college 5 days a week, Monday to Friday mostly. So you can anytime you can contact if you need any help or any kind of discussion, any kind of thing that you want to know from me. If you have an idea you want to share or you want to discuss, that's also always you are welcome to do that. So thank you. That's all. Sure, Bharati. I think it's
Thank you so much, Arijit. This is so good that we can actually come up with things and share with people so that people can easily. The thought process behind is so deep, and but the outcome can actually connect people. That's the motto. And as you have said that. It should be very personal, and in that light I must say that don't take the help of AI to create the your ideas are yours, so
right.
don't take the help of AI will ruin it.
Uh,
So come up with your own ideas, own aesthetics. As Urijit has said, that you don't have to be a very good artist to draw the sketches, things like that, but you should deliver what you think. So that's what I have said. I have shared my email ID, and you can actually come up with the ideas on frog is. Like the storyline has already shared, like frog is the what you have shared, bioindicator species. So yeah, on that you can come up with ideas and mail it to me. We will share your thoughts on our social media platforms, and to make it more attractive, we will announce one winner. That's just for the sake of things that we should receive ideas from you. Otherwise, you will not be sending your thoughts. So yeah, if you agree with me, you can share your thoughts. And thanks to Orijit again for this wonderful
it's
talk.
my
This
pleasure.
is really
It's my
awesome.
pleasure. I don't know it's
And
how much it will help the the participant, but if somebody actually take the baton or take the responsibility to do something, because the situation of art is not this world, this environment is not very good,
yes,
and everybody should take part of this. So anyhow, anyway, it's actually welcome. And the one thing I want to say that
yes, uh,
not everybody. I just want to tell you one thing that not I just the everyone actually everyone is not very skilled, but I think artist is everyone is artist. So you just express your art the way you want to. You don't have to be. You don't have to be very skilled for this. So it's like that.
yes. That's the thing that gives me courage to come up with ideas.
Actually, idea is the main thing. Idea is the main thing. Actually, idea engage people, not art.
Yes, yes. That's what I have mentioned in my Facebook post, like art touches hearts. So yeah,
Exactly, exactly.
let's do it in our own way, and we can involve Orijit just to have a look and share his thoughts. How is it going? And thanks a lot, Orijit.
No,
Thanks is
it's my
not enough to
pleasure. No, no,
show my gratitude to you.
no.
So yeah,
My,
we will come up with more ideas to engage people with you later. And thank you so much for this evening. And good
thank
night
you.
to everyone.
Good
Bye.
night. Good night. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.